with a teacher and 7 disciples who have demonstrated that they are ready, we can now embark on the great adventure and dare to build a physical ashram. What should we start with? Rent a house, a farm in the country where we all move in? No, that is for a later stage, though it is true. A community is formed primarily through us working together. Labor welds us together. With it, we act in and change the world. Successful service attracts new co-workers. It is only at work that we really get to know each other and find out which members are suitable for the world of the future and which are not. For that, however, we do not have to live together. It is enough, and a much better start, if we meet during the day for service, and apart from that, live in our families like all other working persons. It is never and nowhere suggested that all should live in crowded communal quarters. This must be understood in a broader way. Assuredly, not in all working communities do people live together. They gather for common labor, but their personal lives and daily routine go on separately. The idea of common labor does not necessarily mean physical proximity. Precisely, there is no need to jostle one another physically. The living together of whole families, then, of course, including children, presents us with further major challenges that we can face only at a later stage. Nowhere does the teaching of living ethics or of new life insist upon living closely together. On the contrary, it even warns against bodily jostling. It constantly repeats that cooperation must be revealed in daily life, in all conditions in which we are placed by life. Bodily crowding and all kinds of petty things in life create a heavy atmosphere in which, instead of unity, a malicious disunity is sustained. In order to further strengthen and develop the community, we may begin with living together for a few weeks during the holidays. In fact, communities are possible only where the auras of the members are fully harmonized, but this is so rarely achieved. After all, in many instances, the cooperative principle could be applied without insisting upon living together. It would be much easier to experiment with communal living for a short period of several weeks during the summer months. The next step in building a physical community is to create a center where members are working together during the day. For every firm construction, first of all, it is necessary to have a powerful center. That usually means renting rooms. Centers of this kind are supposed to form all over the earth as germ cells of the new world, not only in the country, but also in the big cities. Don't we want to give them a name?
Yes, as the basic institution of the Federation Temple of Humanity, we propose to call them Agni Yoga Temple. You see their logo here. May this symbol become worldwide a seal of quality for the first institution of the world of the future.
An Agni Yoga temple is the center of every community of the new world.
This is how the first nucleus of the world of the future is created. A teacher and a few disciples build such a temple in a town or village. That is exactly what we shall be doing now, if only we are attractive. In time, more and more people will settle around us in order to participate in the better life we are leading here. Let us now take a closer look at what is going on in such an Agni Yoga temple. We repeat, what are the 4 spheres of life of an Agni Yogi?
Connection with the higher world or meditation, service to the common good, service to the neighbor, and education or self-improvement.
Exactly. Accordingly, an Agni Yoga temple serves 4 purposes. Here, the members of the community meet regularly to connect with the higher world, what used to be called divine service, to serve the common good and the neighbor, and to participate in education and self-perfection. The Agni Yoga temple is, first of all, a commercial enterprise. Here we earn our daily bread. It offers a field of activity for all possible professions. Everyone finds a place according to his education and skills. Craftsmen, artists, the various health professions, psychologists, astrologers, lawyers, judges, farmers, architects, and so on. The distant goal must be
the Agni Yoga temple is a place where we offer people everything they need for survival, physically and spiritually.
Isn't that a wonderful dream? And Agni Yoga truly practiced. People come to the temple not only on Sundays for worship, but every day, in order to look out for what they need for the maintenance and growth of their body and soul. May the Agni Yoga temple be a place where the people from the surrounding area find strength, joy, light, love, support, consolation, and guidance.
A beautiful example are the sanctuaries of the ancient Greeks called Asclepieion, namely dedicated to Asclepius, the god of healing. There, in the pure, sublime atmosphere of a temple complex, the sick were cared for, spiritually and physically elevated as well as healed. May the Agni Yoga temple reach a similar spiritual height and salutary effect. My dear Tsong, this is once again quite high-flying and not feasible for us normal people.
Yes, you are right. We are still far away from a temple district on a holy mountain. Let us start small and simple and according to our limited possibilities. For example, we can sell bread, other food or clothing that we have produced ourselves. We can provide all kinds of craftsmanship services, take care of the physical and mental health of our fellow man, give legal advice or dispute resolution, astrological advice, pastoral care, or help with life's problems in all kinds of ways. This is possible anywhere with simple means in any rented rooms.
Isn't that then a normal business, like any other in town?
No, the business enterprise Agni Yoga Temple differs from the companies and service providers of the old economic systems in two decisive points.
First, our professional work is service to the common good, divine service.
We do not put ourselves at the service of the egotism of the individual. We do not primarily act in order to make profit. We are content with low prices that only ensure a modest livelihood. We do not participate in the omnipresent mutual cheating and exploiting. We offer our employees a fair, surplus-orientated remuneration.
Our proud motto, like that of the Prince of Wales, is Ich dien, I serve. Second, we provide our professional services strictly according to ethical standards.
People do not want to be complicit in the exploitation and destruction of their fellow man, of the basis of life, of the climate, and ultimately of the entire planet, or in the violence against flora and fauna.
Consumers are urgently looking for products and services on the ethical purity, compatibility, sustainability and harmlessness of which, for people and nature, they can absolutely rely.
They must be able to find these in the Agni Yoga Temple. Here, the economic order of the future is practiced, which we talked about in detail in the broadcasting The New World, New Order of Economy and Labor. These dry words really mean a peaceful revolution, namely the overcoming of capitalism through a higher form of economy.
What if the temple's income is insufficient to support all of the staff?
Then some or all have to take a normal job outside the temple and temporarily do temple work part-time or unsalaried in their free time. In the long run, it must be possible to earn a living from high-quality work. Only Agni Yogis can provide services in the Agni Yoga Temple. To all professions, without exception, applies.
Only on the basis of Agni Yoga are you in a position to effectively render assistance to your fellow man.
We are therefore forced to make a strict selection in order to ensure the highest quality. A single black sheep, a single bad teacher or doctor who disappoints the legitimate expectations of their customers discredits the whole community. The relentless law of the material plane reads, the Agni Yoga temple must have better doctors, craftsmen, and lawyers who offer better services than the competitors, and that even at lower prices.